Joined by Andrew Kissick this afternoon. All this week we've been reporting on Nathan Ford, who you might remember on Sunday was involved in a triathlon accident and suffered serious injuries to his spine and to his brain. Andrew, how's he doing? How are the family doing?
Family devastated. Naturally, all his friends in utter shock. To be honest, Nathan he's not human in sense of how fit he is. And to see this, well, to hear about it, it's devastating. I can't imagine what the family are going through. The latest update we've had regarding Nathan is he's still in a really, really bad way. Initially, he was diagnosed with a brain and a spinal injury, which both life-threatening injuries. They have said now the brain injury isn't as serious as they first thought, but the spinal injury is far worse than what they ever really could have imagined. He's got two surgeries coming up over the next week or so, which are vital to him to moving forward.
In terms of what the family have managed to achieve in the past few days, in light of the fact that they're so shocked, they've set up a fundraising page, and we've been looking at it in the past few minutes.
Yeah.
It's incredible, the support. Over 2,000 people have donated.
Yeah, absolutely incredible. I think it just goes to show how well liked he is as a person, how well respected he is as an athlete. 2,000 people putting the money aside. I think it's over £66,000 at the moment, but putting that aside, just to have 2,000 people donate anything, it's incredible. It's really touching. And I'm sure it gives the family that little bit of comfort to know that there's so many people out there wishing him, a really speedy recovery.
When somebody goes through this, when a family goes through this, the last thing they want to be thinking about is finances. And the whole reason for this fundraising is the fact that Nathan is 500 miles away from home in intensive care. His family want to be near him, and therefore this will help them be able to fund that.
It is, yeah. And I know his mum and dad, Nathan and all the friends, we grew up very closely, and there's not a chance him, his mum or dad, his brothers, sisters, wife are going to be leaving his side. Certainly not as they'll be there as much as humanly possible. And I know they'll be wanting to ring fence a lot of the money for his rehabilitation service. But like you said, no one wants to be worrying about money at a time like this, and staying in a hotel for months on end. It's not a cheap solution for them, I imagine. So yeah, it'll definitely go a long way, not just helping him with his rehabilitation, but helping him in his current situation, making sure people are there with him and they're fully focused on just him and just him getting well.
Our radio stations reached out to Catherine as soon as we heard, and through the fundraising page as well. And on there, she talks about the need really to think about the services and the things that he will need to help him communicate, to help him lead a better life. I know that's going to be a long road, but she wants to get that in place now. So if anybody's out there, is there a message that you have for anybody who knows about this kind of injury and how they can be supported?
Oh, yeah, if anyone's got any tips, any experience or anything, please get in touch. If you go to the GoFundMe page, you can leave a message on there. We are in the process of setting up a website for Nathan, which will be allfornath.co.uk. So we will have ways of being able to get in contact with people through there as well.
You've got some fundraising activity already lined up. You start on Monday. What are you and your friends doing? I know you've got a big bunch of friends. It's not just you. You're fronting this. You were the brave one.
I'm the lucky one that gets to speak on radio. No, if I'm honest, you know, there's not one person doing more than anyone else. Everyone is, you know, racking their brains constantly. WhatsApp groups going off left, right, and center with ideas, things that people are trying to do as much as they possibly can. And yeah, it's, you know, a big part of Nathan's life is on his bike. And I believe it was his wife, Catherine, or someone from his family. They put a post out a day or so ago where they just want everyone on Monday to basically ride for Nath. So it's whether it's as a group, as friends, on Zwift or on, you know, in the gym. You know, they just want people getting out there, you know, spreading the word, and just supporting the cause in any way they can.
On the fundraising page, there's a £10,000 target. You have surpassed that beyond. Let's face it, it's expensive. When somebody has this kind of injury, it's expensive, the kind of stuff that you need. You need this to keep going. So will you be doing future fundraisers? Will this be an ongoing thing?
Yeah, certainly. I know there's lots and lots and lots of plans in place at the moment. You know, there's boys who are quite connected in sport, and I know they're trying to put on football matches, events. I know there's you know, walks, mountain climbs. There's lots and lots and lots of ideas being thrown out there, and we are going to keep this going as long as humanly possible. You know, the £66,000 is obviously an incredible amount of money, but it's not going to touch the surface of what he needs. I think we all realize that, and no matter how much, that is a good start. You know, we need to get more. You know, it needs to be well into the hundreds of thousands. You know, he's got a very, very long road ahead of him. And we need to do all we can to make sure he gets back as fit as possible.